Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Gavin Higgins.
And we have a special guest in the studio this morning that we're going to be introducing here in a moment. 7:31 is your time. Temperature 70 degrees this morning. Stayed pretty warm overnight. I noticed the Broken Bow Airport reported 1/100ths of an inch, Gavin.
Wow.
We did not get that
No.
here. It's been that way. Last week, or was it this week, we had the rain.
I think earlier this week.
Yeah,
maybe
earlier this
Tuesday,
week.
something like that.
Had the rain, and we had 195, and the airport had 140, I think. So across town can change a lot. Well, let's jump right in. We have a special guest here, and we're excited about visiting with Seth Ramsey, Dr. Seth Ramsey, with Maple Park Dental, formerly Solomon Dental. Seth, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. It's nice to meet you.
You too.
All right. So you told me before we went on the air that you took over the dental clinic here in May, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And is this your first clinic out of the educational process, or have you worked other places before?
No, I actually worked with Maple Park Dental down there in North Platte.
Okay. All right. Very good. So let's talk a little bit about, maybe start with the hours that you keep for your customers out there. You open every day of the week, or how's that all set up?
Generally, we're open from Tuesday through Friday from 8 to 5.
Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and that is out along with Pearson's PT and the insurance shop there right on Highway 2 out this way. So where did you go to school to become a dentist?
I went to just University of Nebraska there in Lincoln.
Okay, all right. How long does that take? Is it a lengthy process?
A little bit. So you have to go for 4 years to get a bachelor's, and then you have to go for 4 more to become a dentist.
Okay, all right. It's a long time, Gavin.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get your degree?
5 years, but I only made the bachelor's part, so much more motivated gentleman than me.
No kidding. No kidding. Well, we know how important it is to keep our teeth in good shape. The process is so much better now than it was years ago. I don't know when it changed, but it was almost a given many years ago. Once you got a certain age, you were going to pull all your teeth out and have dentures put in. And now I think the goal for dentists like yourself is to preserve those teeth and a lot of times keep them for the entire time that a person is alive, which is much different than the way it used to be.
Yeah, we're blessed to have the technology that helps us to help everyone keep their teeth as long as possible.
Yeah. Now the new dental process, if you do have to have replacements or new teeth, if you will, I don't know the exact, you see now where they can go in and maybe you can explain the process. They put pegs in and put teeth in, and they're not really dentures, they're permanent, right?
Right. So with where we're at now with dental technology, we're able to place implants into the bone and then basically attach a tooth on top of that.
Now, when I've seen advertising on that, I don't know about you, Gavin, but I always wonder, how painful is that?
Just like getting a filling.
No kidding?
Just you just get numb, and we put that in there. Then there's a little bit of a healing process because we have to let the bone heal around, but pain is very minimal on doing that stuff.
See, I thought, now wait a minute, you're putting pegs in my it's going to be kind of painful. That's good to hear. Now, can you do that with just a partial situation where you need to replace a few teeth, or does it have to be the whole bottom or top?
Right. No. So in most circumstances, implants are used when, let's say, somebody has a tooth that needs to come out, and for whatever purpose, then I personally can't place implants yet, but I will be able to in a couple of years is the goal here.
Okay.
But so the goal is when somebody has a bad tooth, they can take that tooth out and place the implant in the same day.
The very same day. So the old situation where you're playing baseball and you're the catcher, or you take a baseball and knock out some teeth, it's not quite as dramatic as it used to be, because you could go into to your office or in the very near future and walk back out with those teeth replaced.
Right, replaced, or at least with something in there so it doesn't look like you're missing teeth.
Well, a football game or an accident of any kind can. It's. I'm sure that as a dentist, you have seen many different ways where we can damage or knock our teeth out. It's pretty easy to do, actually.
Yeah, it is. That's obviously why we would recommend it. Obviously wearing some sort of mouth guard.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, for some of us, we might need that just in day-to-day life.
Right.
All right. So you covered the gamut, though, in services at your office. You're going to be doing that in the future, but fillings, cleanings, all of the general things you think about with dental, you offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've actually recently expanded into doing root canals here at the office. We have a 3D X-ray machine that allows us to more effectively treat for root canals. We extract almost all teeth. We also just recently invested in it's a crown making machine. It's called a CEREC. So what we can do is, instead of having to come into the office and we prep your tooth for the crown and then you have to come back 2 weeks later, then now we can just make the crown in one appointment, 2 hours, and you're done. And that way you don't have to miss more work than you need to. Just makes the process a whole lot more streamlined and better for everyone.
Yeah, no kidding. That used to be quite a process. Does it help with the cost any to have it being done in one day compared to the having to come back a few times to have it done?
More opportunity cost, and the fact that you don't have to miss work twice.
Yeah, no kidding, and
just
come
convenience for the patient.
All right. Can I ask you a question about having your teeth brightened?
Of course.
Is that a healthy thing to do? Is there any chance of damage to have your teeth whitened with the gums and that sort of thing? Because I always wondered, because some people do that frequently. Some people have it done once a year or something like that. What do you recommend if you're going to whiten your teeth?
There's multiple ways to do it. A lot of times, especially recently, we're seeing a lot of trends through social media and stuff about charcoal toothpaste and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are a little too abrasive for what we would recommend as dentists, because really what those are doing is microabrading the outer surface of your teeth, which is effectively removing the outside of your teeth and just showing a wider portion underneath of it. At the dental office, we do have treatments that are a lot more effective and a lot safer for your teeth. Some people will run into sensitivity issues along their gum lines, kind of referring to what you were talking about on your gums. But if we do run into those issues, we just lower down the frequency of the treatments for that.
Yeah. I don't know. It just there's nothing really nicer than a smile, a nice, shiny white smile, actually. But a lot of us we're coffee drinkers, and you pile on the coffee every day, and maybe sometimes you don't realize where you're at as far as the brightness of your teeth. I just didn't know how complicated it was, or if there was any problems with it. But it sounds like it's a pretty straightforward deal if you use it properly with what you're talking about.
Right, using it properly don't really come into too many issues. If you feel a little sensitive, then just stay off it for a little bit.
And maybe not believe everything you read on the internet or what's advertised.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good thing to do for all things.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we really are appreciative that you're here, and you've been here since May. Have you met a lot of people? Everybody been good?
Yeah, everything's been great. I love the community. My wife grew up in Arcadia, and so I've been familiar with the area for quite a while. Okay,
so that's a nice fit. Then you understood when you come to Custer County kind of what you were, what kind of lifestyle people have here. So that helps.
Yeah, that's good. And I grew up in just west of Hyannis, and so I've been in the Sandhills for a long time.
Well, you're two Sandhillers here then. Gavin lived up between Thedford and Valentine. it took him 3 days to get to school, I think, didn't it?
Not quite that long, but sometimes it felt like it, especially there in the wintertime. But I did have a question. You talk about technology, and you kind of touched a little bit on it. Can you talk how much technology has changed even in the last few years, let alone probably since when Dave was getting animal teeth put in his mouth? So can you just talk about some of the advantages that technology nowadays is compared to just in the last couple of years, and what those benefits are for the patient?
Yeah, it's a lot of the big jumps in dentistry have come in our imaging quality as well, with our x-rays, and everything's gone digital. And with that, and especially with our 3D x-ray machine, we can identify things way sooner than we used to be able to as dentists. And that way that's one of the reasons why we're able to keep teeth longer, and why people are keeping their teeth as they get older, because we're able to effectively treat them before we have to lose them.
Right.
With that. Others are just, as the materials have progressed technologically as well, they last longer. More aesthetic as well, the crowns and veneers and fillings are mostly all white.
Yeah.
Unless somebody really has a decision to change it. There's pretty cool technology out there that if you send a crown to a lab, which we usually don't do as much anymore, but if you really want to, you could have the lab make a little crown tattoo, and you can put whatever design you want on your crown. So if you have a molar and you want a tattoo on it, send it to the lab, and the lab will put whatever you want on it.
Wow.
Jeez,
That's how far you've come with that sort of thing. You could be a rapper or whatever you want to do,
Yeah, do you do the, I guess the grills, like the gold or the silver grills? I think we should get Dave one. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a trend that I'm glad is not popular anymore.
That's part of being in this part of the country, yeah. Yeah. How often do you recommend people come in just for a regular checkup, Seth? I mean, you hear a lot of different things, once a year, 6 months. What do you recommend?
Yeah, 6 months for sure. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, and especially with everything that's been going on with COVID and all that stuff. We've seen a huge increase in cracked and fractured teeth just because of a lot of the stress, and then with everything else going on, there's been a lot of just emergencies that we're just catching back up on.
Yeah.
So getting in every 6 months, getting those teeth cleaned, and kind of referring back to what you were saying about being a coffee drinker and stuff like that. When Katie, our hygienist, cleans your teeth, part of what she does a little bit on it is she can help remove those coffee stains from your teeth, and that just helps a little bit with your whitening process. If you don't want to go through the full thing, getting your teeth cleaned can help with that a little bit as well.
Okay. All right. Now, when you're checking that patient, also the process, I think, is improved as to, does your assistant, you go through the different teeth and say, we have a little problem here, and you record all that as you go, and then is that digitally recorded as far as the information about the structure of the mouth and the condition it's in?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll come in there and we'll take a look, and I'll note down any sort of cavities or any areas we want to watch, and everything's recorded into our system, and that way we have it.
Yeah,
so we don't forget.
So when we come back, you don't have to start all over again, because you knew what took place last time. And back in the day, you usually went a lot of times, I think, to the same dentist, but I don't think it was documented like you guys document it now because of the digital age.
It makes it a lot easier. We don't have to shuffle through a bunch of paperwork.
Yeah, and you already kind of just have a picture of it when you have them come in. So, there's a lot more to it than people, the old, well, I'm going to go to the dentist and have my tooth pulled or get a filling. There's a lot of different things to it anymore, and because of that, we have our teeth longer. It's a pretty good deal. So 2 sandhillers here this morning. I can't believe it. Yeah. So did you live in the country, or?
I did. I lived out on a ranch out there.
Okay. All right. Wow. Ted Turner. I am. Ted Turner's, in the news today too. He's not a sandhiller, but he owns most of the sandhills.
Yeah,
yes,
he actually, one of his ranches bordered the ranch that I grew up on.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. One of those, I think, is going to be designated for research, for environmental research with South Dakota University, I think. But he was talking about the rest of the ranches maybe eventually coming into play there too. But he's going to pay property taxes on it, which he wouldn't have to do. So that's the good news, right?
That is good.
Otherwise, that's a big old check coming out of someone's pocket.
Yeah, no kidding.
So-
It's a lot of acres.
And
Yeah.
that it is.
All right, guys. Seth, it's nice meeting you again. Tuesday through Friday, is that correct? And you open up. Call and make an appointment or stop by, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. It's good meeting you.
Yeah, perfect. You too.
We'll take a time out. We'll continue with these words right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep the clutter away by switching from paper statements to e-statements. Bruning Bank wants to help you reduce unnecessary waste and earn $15 when you switch your account to e-statements. Our user-friendly website offers a safe and secure way to view your statement anytime, anywhere, and even faster than ever. Earn cash with a simple switch. This promotion is open to current and new Bruning Bank customers. Learn more at bruningbank.com or visit your nearest Bruning Bank location. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber hopes you stop by to talk to them about your dream project. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
Off-Broadway invites you to the Senior Movie Matinee, the second Saturday of each month at 2 p.m. at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. The first 50 people to arrive each time will get a kids pack for free, which includes popcorn, pop, and candy. Don't forget.
Bruce Springsteen's Hello Sunshine. If you ever get a chance to purchase that CD and then drive up into the Sandhills, it's great music for driving across any sort of country, but especially the Sandhills, because he's singing about, smaller places, stopping in a little cafe. All of his songs are kind of about traveling and meeting people in faraway places. So there you go.
Well, and you want to talk about, stopping at small diners or whatever. Sandhills Corral and I believe one of the hotels in Hyannis, I think, are both featured on the Nebraska Beef Passport.
Oh.
So, if you want to drive from where I went to high school and where Seth went to high school, you stop and have some great food, too.
There you go. Good company, good food. Speaking of good food, our theme for the game is ice cream, and Gavin's going to give you a chance to win a prize.
All right. Well, I'm trying to decide. I really like Rocky Road ice cream, but if you've never had fried ice cream, it's an experience of its own. So
Yes.
we're going to go with a fried ice cream themed question. Fried ice cream is a dessert where balls of ice cream are placed in hot oil. Now, there'll be there's one answer, but there'll be four potential answers here. What prevents the ice cream from melting? Is it A, a ceramic lid, B, the cornflake coating, C, meringue, or D, the ice cream is really frozen and the cook works quickly? So that's your question. Give us a call, 872-2801.
Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow is offering free arthritis evaluations during the week of July 12th through the 16th. Whether you've had it for years or the pain just started, Pearson Physical Therapy can help reduce the stiffness and pain of arthritis through hands-on treatment and targeted exercise. If you're interested in learning whether physical therapy can help with your arthritis, come in starting July 12th for a free evaluation. For more information and to schedule, give Pearson PT a call at 308-872-5800. That's 308-872-5800.
Don't miss the fun of the Dawson County Fair. Saturday the 17th, the barbecue feed will be going on from 5:30 until 7:30 in the beer garden, open to the public. A rodeo at 8 will follow Saturday before Ragland takes the stage to play their Red Dirt music in the beer garden after the rodeo. The carnival starts Wednesday the 14th and will be going on each day through the 18th. Sunday, new this year, a ranch rodeo at the Dawson County Arena. View the full schedule of fun at DawsonCountyFair.com.
We're getting crazy for Crazy Days at Bo Bootery. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, come and see us for crazy deals. We'll open Thursday at 7, then we'll have regular hours Friday and Saturday. Simply ridiculous prices are marked on summer shoes and sandals, sale shoes, purses, and selected Western boots. Use these styles now or next summer, so don't miss the deals during Crazy Days at Bo Bootery on the Square.
7:55. We have Buddy on the line. We haven't talked to Buddy for quite a while. How are you, Buddy?
Good.
Good deal. Good deal. Here's the question. And are you 19?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You wise guy. We'll throw in a couple of the coupons for you to get some raffle tickets for the new game here in Nebraska, if you answer it correctly, along with whatever else Gavin has for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, buddy, here's the question. Fried ice cream is a dessert where balls of ice cream are placed in hot oil. What prevents the ice cream from melting? Is it A, a ceramic lid, B, the cornflake coating, C, meringue, or D, the ice cream is really frozen and the cook works quickly?
D.
Did you say D?
Yeah, the last one.
Absolutely correct. Congratulations, buddy. I've got a Pizza Hut token. Can't have Dave's Bell, but I'm considering it now. And we'll have some vouchers for you for some lottery tickets here at the station.
Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good summer.
Yeah, you too. Take care. 7:56. Aeroseed in Broken Bow, Nebraska, is looking for a truck driver, full-time position, immediate opening, and also this would also work in as a warehouse position for a dependable person with a good work ethic who can work well as a team player. Aeroseed in Broken Bow, ready to put you to work if you're dependable, and a good worker. Duties will be split between driving truck to deliver products to AeroSeeds dealers within about 250 miles radius of Broken Bow and general warehouse work depending on the season. You must have a valid commercial driver's license. A CDL with clean driving record is necessary. Mechanical skills are helpful, and you must be able to lift 50 pounds repeatedly and able to operate a forklift. Training will be provided if necessary, and you must pass a pre-employment drug test. Competitive wages, great benefits. The package includes health, dental, life, and disability insurance, 401k, and profit sharing, and friendly coworkers. Please stop in and fill out an application at 126 North 10th Avenue in Broken Bow, or email your resume to info@aeroseed.com. And that is a job opening there at AeroSeed that you'll want to check into. We're going to get a little music going from Mr. Tom Petty. Get some news up for you at the top of the hour. Keep it right here.
On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Needed or not? Pfizer hopes to have a COVID booster shot ready by the end of summer to protect against variants. Both the CDC and FDA say fully vaccinated people don't need a third shot now. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
It's not clear we need a booster, but it is clear that a booster will dramatically increase immunity.
Tropical storm Elsa drenches New York City in rain, stranding drivers like Sheila Young on the Major Deegan Expressway.
And the car cut off. Some of the other trucks started going by, and the car started swaying and floating.
Waist-high water flooded out subways. Officials in Haiti say they've detained 17 suspects in President Moïse's assassination. 2 are believed to be Americans. The country's former prime minister, Laurent Lamont.
This cannot go unpunished, and we have to find not only the mercenaries, but the financiers, those who paid for the operation.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. After months involving multiple incidents and several getaways, a Lincoln 18-year-old is in custody with his grandmother, also cited by Lincoln police. In May, LPD officers responded to the 2600 block of J Street at 10:15 p.m. on a report of a drive-by shooting. A witness told officers that a vehicle was driving northbound on South 26th Street when a rear passenger began shooting from the back seat, striking a van parked in the area multiple times. Officers located numerous shell casings in the area, conducted a neighborhood canvass, and processed the scene for digital and forensic evidence. Video surveillance showed an individual firing towards the victim's vehicle and residence. Investigators located a witness who identified the shooter as 18-year-old Jaheim Barnes. Authorities had previously attempted to apprehend Barnes during a traffic stop later that month near South 77th Street and A Streets, with Barnes and several others fleeing. Officers said they located and seized a Smith & Wesson 9mm handgun and an AR-15 rifle in the vehicle, which was driven by Barnes' mother, 41-year-old Centaurus Barnes. At that time, LPD officers cited and lodged Centaurus Barnes for felon in possession of a handgun and child abuse. Later in June, officers responded to a motor vehicle collision in the 900 block of Foxcroft Court involving a stolen vehicle in which Jaheim Barnes was the driver. The vehicle had been reported stolen in May. 3 passengers suffered non-life-threatening injuries, and Barnes suffered serious injuries, which resulted in him being transported to a local area hospital and placed in the intensive care unit. At approximately 3:30 p.m. later that day, Barnes' mother, Centaurus, and his grandmother, 67-year-old Elmar Dran, entered the hospital and walked Barnes out of the hospital despite attempts by medical staff to prevent him from leaving, according to LPD. Ultimately, according to LPD, Centaurus Barnes and Dran rushed Barnes away from the medical staff, out of the hospital, and into a waiting vehicle that departed the hospital before LPD officers could arrive and contact the group. According to LPD, the incident appeared to be a coordinated attempt to remove Barnes from the hospital before law enforcement could arrive. On Wednesday morning, LPD officers located Barnes at a residence in the 100 block of West A Street, where they arrested, cited, and lodged him at the Lancaster County Jail for unlawful discharge of a weapon and use of a weapon to commit a felony. Officers cited and released Dran for accessory to a felony. The investigation is still ongoing, and it is possible that additional charges and arrests are forthcoming, according to Lincoln police officials.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Game 2 of the NBA Finals, the home team wins again.
Paul gets behind the DA screen. Out to Booker, straightaway 3. Suzanne! Go! Booker's unbelievable. 7 3-pointers.
KTAR Suns Radio on the call of the 118-108 victory for Phoenix over Milwaukee. Devin Booker leading all 5 starters in double digits for Phoenix. He finished with 31 points, 7 of 12 behind the three-point line. Mikal Bridges added 27 points, and Chris Paul 23 points in the win. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 42 points and 12 rebounds in a losing effort for Milwaukee. Phoenix has the 2-0 series lead, having won the first 2 games in their home court. Game 3 will be Sunday in Milwaukee. In baseball games of note, the Dodgers down the Marlins 6-1. LA moves a game back of idle San Francisco in the NL West race. A's beat the Astros 2-1. Oakland snapping Houston's 6-game winning streak and avoids being swept in the 4-game series. Houston now with a 4.5-game lead on Oakland in the AL West. Brewers NL Central leaders beat the Reds 5-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, becoming mostly sunny, pushing up to a high temperature of 94 degrees. Then for tonight, showers and storms becoming likely, a low of 63. For Saturday, still that chance for showers and storms, with upper 70s making a return. And then back to sunny and dry conditions on Sunday, right around 80. Monday, abundant sunshine up to 85 degrees. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
8:07 is your time, 73 degrees outside. We'll call it partly sunny. It's a pretty nice morning, really. Very, very cool, and the humidity's at about 77% right now and seems to be holding there. So you got a little humidity out there, but all in all, very, very nice with that southeast breeze at 5 to 10. Barometric pressure's been bouncing around quite a bit. It's now on an uptrend at 29.82. High yesterday was 90 with an overnight low of 70. Sunset today at 9:14. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:14. An inch 95 in the rain gauge here at KCNI KBBN so far this month of July. Well, I wish Jeremy was here because I'd like to get him on the air to talk about what took place yesterday in the park. He was kind of the guy who said, yeah, we need to get these Sloppy Joes, Get Up and Go Breakfast Show Sloppy Joes out on the market and raise some money for the foundation, the Custer County Foundation's Give 4 County promotion. And, yeah, I'm going to hold off and not announce the amount of money that was raised from the Sloppy Joe sales. Kind of a surprising amount. I think
it was.
You guys ran out of the main ingredient, the Sloppy Joe part, right?
Yeah, we ran out basically right before we had kind of planned to end at 7 anyway.
Yeah.
And I think we ran out right around 6:45, something along those lines. And, you know, when you do something like this, you're never really sure what to expect. And, you know, it wasn't like we just had a line, you know, down the street. And, like, there's no point. I'm not going to lie about that. But it was like groups of people would just come through, and there'd be like, you know, 10, 15 at a time would come through, and then there'd be nothing, and then there'd be 20, and then nothing. It was fun. It was a nice little relaxed way. But, you know, the whole idea is to give money to the Custer County Foundation, the Give 4 Custer County program. You know, 24 nonprofits is what this money will be split with. And, you know, it was a night of giving without a doubt. Of course, Ambition there, they believe donated money to the food pantry and any tips they made. So, you know, just a phenomenal evening. And the Burger Bash for the Santa Cop, which is also part of the Give 4 Custer County program, was over at Grocery Cart. So, you know, it just kind of puts a testament to this county, and just, you know, the willingness for people to support others and support these great nonprofits. And when Jeremy and I totaled things up last night, surprise might have been the would be the understatement of the evening, but we were really, really happy and really pleased with the number that came out.
I think he's planning on kind of a special announcement on it, so we won't give you the total.
Nope.
But it was very successful. People were very giving. And Ambition, the money that they were to receive for playing, they donated to the food pantry plus their tips, as you mentioned. So, yeah, it was a very, very wonderful event. And earlier in the day, Platinum 5 played for some folks in the park, and that was very, very nice. They did a great job. All young people getting ready to go off onto their next adventures. So kind of a serendipity sort of thing, bittersweet, if you will. Excuse me.
Yeah, Platinum 5, I had missed them when they were on the breakfast show, and I've heard really good things about them, but man, you hear them in person. I think kind of more of an a cappella group. Man, they are unreal. They were really good. Ambition was phenomenal to end out the night too. It was for being a hot and windy day at the square, it was a great evening.
You know what? If you stayed in the shade and with that breeze, it was actually pretty darn comfortable, and it got nicer and nicer, and people enjoyed it. We stayed for the encore last night, and they really got revved up. Ambition. Yeah, and then Crazy Day specials continue today and tomorrow here in Broken Bow. The carnivals in town out at the fairgrounds for folks to take their whole family to. And then the list goes on. And today we're going to be learning more about the Devil's Den activities over in Arnold. Should note, too, that Confederate Railroad will be playing tonight in Arnold as well. I believe it's tonight, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure, actually.
There's going to be music both nights and Devil's Den. We'll learn more about that during the show because Shannon and Jeremy are either on their way to Arnold or setting up in Arnold. They'll be our next live broadcast. And then I'll be heading over to Oconto to talk about Oconto Fun Days. That is this weekend as well. And, of course, let's not forget the activities at Victoria Springs. We hope that a lot of people can stop by there and take part in that tomorrow. They have the Old Timers ball game, and they're having a special presentation, vendors, food, tours, paddle boat rides. It's all in celebration of 100 years of Nebraska State Parks. And Victoria Springs, I believe, is the second or third oldest park in the state. So this is a big deal at Victoria Springs that we hope you'll take in as well.
Yeah, they've got a ton of events, and you go to just all of the events that are taking place this weekend. Obviously, it's going to be tough to get to everything, but I encourage you to find a map and map out your path. But yeah, just kind of going to Victoria Springs, lots of events. They'll have a laser light show tomorrow night, which is here in central Nebraska, it doesn't happen that often. I've seen one laser light show, and that was in California. So it should be a great evening and a great day of events at I believe, the first state recreation area, I believe, is Victoria Springs, and like the third state park. So, yeah, lots of history there. Should be a great day, and lots of great days here coming up in multiple communities.
Community fishing night here in Broken Bow. Don't forget that's at Melham Park from 6 until 8. This is for the whole family. You can look for the colorful fishing trailer. They'll have rods and reels that you can borrow there, bait, and certified fishing instructors ready to help. All participants age 16 or older will need a valid fishing permit if they wish to fish at this event tonight. The Family Fishing Nebraska trailer has all the current fishing guides, fishing forecast pamphlets, and public fishery information. So stop by there if you like, and be sure and pick up the Common Fishes of Nebraska ID guide with more than 60 species of Nebraska fish. That is today from 6 until 8 p.m. at Melham Park. Commentary paid for by Ray Hunt coming up next.
If the pandemic's taught us anything, it's that the easiest way for germs to get into your body is the nose. We all know how to wash our hands, but how do you clean your nose? For over 2 million Americans, the answer is Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs that cause congestion, colds, and flu, so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. Better yet, Navage is all natural and drug-free. That's why one of America's top respiratory hospitals recommends nasal irrigation to stay healthy, explaining that bacteria and viruses thrive in warm and moist environments, and that you can wash away those germs so they don't make your nose their home. Experience Navage at zero risk. Go to Navage.com, buy Navage, and use it for a month. If you're not delighted, return it for a full refund. There's nothing to lose and a lifetime of better breathing to gain. Also available at Target, Walgreens, CVS, Bed Bath, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
This commentary is paid for by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio of pro-Second Amendment senators talking to President Biden's ATF nominee David Chipman is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
With respect to the AR-15, I support a ban.
You've served as a policy advisor or provided support for, I think, just about every national gun control group in the country or close to it. The Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, the Coalition to Stop Gun Violence, Mayors Against Illegal Guns, and most recently the Giffords Group.
Putting a committed gun control proponent like Mr. Chipman in charge of ATF is like putting Antifa in charge of the Portland Police Department.
In the interview, you openly mocked first-time gun owners.
People are very concerned about your stance on the Second Amendment and are very concerned that you would be going after law-abiding gun owners.
Is a law-abiding gun owner a threat to public safety?
There are often occasions that that person then goes on to commit a violent crime.
This violates our most fundamental rules of due process, talking about a desire to arrest people before committing crimes rather than after the fact.
What's an assault weapon?
Yeah, Senator, the bill to ban assault weapons is
what is your
dozens of
definition of
pages.
an
There's
assault
no way I could define an assault weapon.
Can you tell me what is an assault weapon?
Any semi-automatic rifle capable of accepting a detachable magazine above the caliber of .22, which would include a .223, which is, largely the AR-15 round.
That would basically cover every single modern sporting rifle in America today.
Senator Feinstein had a bill to ban some 2,000 specified rifles and other firearms. And for Bill, you said it didn't go far enough. Is that right?
Senator Feinstein's bill did not address those firearms that are currently in the possession of Americans.
So in these statements, you're talking about expanding the National Firearms Act, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that would not be enforcing it as it is written. That would be a change of policy. And then you would ban the future manufacture. That would be a change of policy. Banning the sale would be a change of policy.
You mean that you don't just want to ban the manufacturer of those rifles. You don't just want to make it illegal to sell those rifles, but you want to actively have government go after the people who currently possess firearms, and if they don't register and submit to all of the onerous restrictions of the National Firearms Act, presumably confiscate their weapons.
As an advocate, I prefer a system where the AR-15 and other assault weapons are regulated under the National Firearms Act.
Just give me your definition.
I'll give you one definition that ATF...
Give me your definitions.
One definition that ATF currently...
Give me your definition.
There really is no such thing as an assault weapon. That is a term that was manufactured by liberal lawyers and pollsters in Washington to try to scare the American people into believing that the government should confiscate weapons.
I can give you one definition.
If you won't answer my question, how can I vote for you? I'm done, Mr. Chairman. I don't think I'm going to get an answer.
Ray Hunt report here on the KCNI KBBN Breakfast Show. Gavin Higgins now taking over the studio as Dave literally just left the studio. He'll be heading to Oconto as they'll be having their fun days there. We've got lots to talk about before then, and at 8:30 we will also go to Arnold as part of the Devil's Den motorcycle rally. So we'll hook up with Jeremy and Shannon here in just a little bit. Got some things to do before then, though. I do want to talk about what is going on in Loop City. Loop City WIC RN or RD coordinator is currently being looked for. A full-time position with a starting wage of $42,000 to $43,680 per year, depending on qualifications. Benefits include health, dental, life, and vision insurance, flexible 4-day working schedule, opportunities for professional development, employer-matched retirement, qualifications, registered nurse or registered dietitian, valid Nebraska driver's license, previous supervisory experience. Also, general duties: comply with state and federal WIC immunization program guidelines, coordinate clinic sites while providing immunization screening assistance. And if you need an application, please contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780 extension 0, or you can apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. Loop City WIC RN or RD coordinator is that job listing there. Also, if you are in the area today, remember there's lots of Crazy Days deals still going on. And Broken Bow Dairy Queen invites you to cool off with them with the new Nestle Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie Blizzard. Worlds collide when the perfect soft-baked cookie chip meets world-famous DQ Soft Serve. Had it last night, by the way. It is delicious. With each spoonful, you'll be transported back to your childhood when you'd come home from school and be greeted at the door with the scent of fresh-baked Nestle Toll House cookies. Go and try it during Crazy Days, which is all weekend at the Dairy Queen right here in Broken Bow. Stick around. We've still got some more stuff to talk about. Remember, we'll be going to Arnold for a remote on the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, 10th annual, by the way, so we'll have that coming up here at the bottom of the hour. Until then, how about a little music? Here's Jade Bird with Uh-huh.
tab on there called Community, and then just simply go down there a little ways, and it'll have festivals and events. Check that out. It'll give you the list of events. Also, Emily did a bunch of stories about these events, and lots of details available on there. Broken Bow All Alumni Weekend this weekend. Starts today, I believe, and then they will have their luncheon tomorrow at noon. Bands and Brews will be going on in Cozad. Litchfield's Old Settlers Picnic also taking place. Blast from the Past at Victoria Springs State Rec area, which Dave and I talked about earlier. The Broken Bow Chamber 5K Color Run and Walk starts at Melham Pond at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're bored at home, you shouldn't be. There's plenty of stuff going on. And going on this, mid-morning, really, basically right before the breakfast show ends, I'll be taking off to Gothenburg as the Area B6 Juniors Tournament will be taking place. Broken Bow, the 1 seed, they will take on Cozad, who is the 6 seed, at 11 o'clock. That is the scheduled first pitch, which will be on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, and on the KBBN app. So keep that in mind. I'll be heading to Gothenburg to cover Broken Bow in the area tournament, and that will continue on. If they win, they will take on the loser of Game 3, which is Holdridge and Minden. If they would lose, which hopefully, obviously not, they would play tomorrow at 11 a.m. If they win, they will play at 2:30. So that is kind of where that stands. And, of course, we will have the coverage for you on KBBM throughout the entire tournament. Again, that first game is 11 o'clock today on KBBN. I'll have the coverage for you. First pitch is scheduled for 11 o'clock. Let's see here. If you are hungry, great place to go is Pizza Hut. They've got some great deals going on. On Mondays is their parking lot pizzas. That's from 5 to 7:30. Pepperoni or beef. Medium is only $7 and add a soda for $1. That's on Mondays. Also going on, they have the Edge Pizza in 4 varieties. Ultimate, Carnivore, Pepperoni, Lovers, Vegetarian. A large is $12.99. And they also have the Jalapeno Cheddar Potato Bites. That's a brand new item. Check it all out at the Pizza Hut. They are also looking for good employees. Stop in or go online, servers and production members. So definitely, if you're looking for a job, plenty out there. Pizza Hut, another great place to work here in our communities. All righty here. Make our way through some of these other ones. Lots of other job employment opportunities. One of those is Prairie Eye Care. This job listing is on sandhillsexpress.com, so you can check that out. It's on the employment page. Prairie Eye Care is excited to announce that Dr. Jinsey Ross is joining the team later this month. They are welcoming her to the office and are looking to hire new team members, which includes a full-time front desk receptionist. It's very important to them that their front desk personnel are welcoming and friendly, able to multitask and respond to patients' needs in an efficient and calm manner. Duties will include, but are not limited to, of course, greeting patients, answering phone calls, scheduling appointments, maintaining patient charts, light cleaning, and other general office duties. Please drop by and drop them off your current resume at Prairie Eye Care Center at 408 South 8th Avenue, right here in Broken Bow. We're getting close. It's 8:30 right now. We'll check in with Jeremy here in just a little bit, see if he is ready to go. In the meantime, how about a little Jimi Hendrix here on this Friday morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show?
Shannon. She's going to tell you folks all about the sponsors making this remote broadcast possible this morning.
That's right. We have wonderful sponsors helping to bring this remote to you. Jake's Horses, Harley's, and Jake's Horses and Harley's Grill. Riders, come and grab your first card, and she'll be serving donuts, breakfast burritos, and beverages at 10 a.m. All proceeds go to the After Prom Kids. Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts welcomes you to Arnold July 16 and 17. Come to town for an old-fashioned sidewalk sales in Arnold. Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, excited to announce their new public transportation service. Please call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today for the areas of Callaway, Arnold, Stapleton, or Oconto. First State Insurance wants to welcome everyone to Arnold for the Devil's Den to help support wonderful cause and wonderful causes. Grazer's Bar and Grill, country music icon Confederate Railroad will be performing Friday, July 9th. And then Saturday, draw your first card there to start your ride. Devil's Den Rally Organization, welcome to Arnold for the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run this Friday and Saturday. Four County Boutique welcomes you to Arnold. Their summer hours, Tuesday through Friday and 10 to 5, and Saturday Saturdays are 9 to 12, but this Saturday they'll be open most of the day, and they'll talk a little more about that. And then Sandhills Motors, proud to help sponsor the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run, and Mills Hardware and Feed. Enjoys working for and supporting the community of Arnold and the local events that go on.
All right. Thank you very much, Shannon. We'll have you hand that mic over, and we'll just hop right into things. Who's going to talk first? All right. The mic has been handed. Okay, let's see. Let me get your mic adjusted here. Tammy.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And thanks for having us to Arnold today. We're going to talk all about the 10th annual Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. I guess I'll just start by asking you what you kind of want to hit on first as we start our portion of the conversation.
Well, I'd like to just mention that it's our 10th year anniversary, and it's in honor of our past president, Mike Nelson, who lost his life to cancer. And this ride is in honor of him, and we're going to be celebrating out there in his memory.
That would be great. And, you know, what better place to do it than on the roads of the Sandhills? Just kind of thinking about him being on that bike next to everybody. I think that's kind of what everyone is excited about, just having that ride and remembering the rides that they had with him on that same road. That'll be great.
He was the heart of our Devil's Den rally, and so we thought this was a good way to honor him.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I think that memory will persist throughout the entire thing because he was a part of all of it. You know, you always saw him at every single part of it, start to finish. So, yeah, I think that memory will be there for sure.
Yes, I think so too.
Well, there's a lot of fun events that have kind of become known at the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, from the beer belly contest to the rally itself. So, where do you want to start? Probably should start today, right?
Yeah, today our gates open at 5 o'clock, and we're going to have some biker games. We're going to have a DJ and karaoke. There'll be giveaways, and we're going to have Casey Kozad and Nicole out there with food trucks and drinks. So it's going to be a fun time. The weather's going to be great.
Great. And this is at the Arnold Recreation Area?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if for people that have maybe not had a motorcycle in the past and are coming for the first year, or maybe have not been to the Arnold Recreation Area, what is the easiest way? Because I always describe it a different way, but what's the easiest way to describe how to get there?
So I would say head south of Arnold on Highway 40, and it's right there. There's a big sign that says Arnold Recreational Area. Pull in, and you'll see all the festivities going on. You don't even have to have a bike to come out and participate. It's going to be lots of fun for everyone. It's free tonight to get in. There's no charge to come through the gates. So
great. Awesome. And then that leads us right into Saturday, and Saturday's kind of the big day. Kind of starts all right in the morning.
Yep. At 8 o'clock, we've got After Prom out there serving breakfast from about 8 to 10:30. You can start signing up for the poker run at 9, and that goes till 10:30. 10 to 11, we have Show and Shine. 11 o'clock is the Blessing of the Bikes. 11:15, there'll be the National Anthem sung by Kenna Rogers. And then at 11:30, the poker run will start.
Great. And looks like, again, great route as always. I think there's probably, I don't know, there's not a direction you can drive outside of Arnold that's not going to be a beautiful ride.
Exactly.
But I think you've picked a good one again, and kind of give everyone a rundown of where the cards are going to be picked up. I know we've had the opportunity here the last couple of weeks to talk to several of these locations on the radio, and they're all gearing up for some fun.
Yeah, they're all great places to go to. And we start off with Grazers or Jake's to get the first card, and then you can head over to Anselmo. Fubar is there waiting for you. Then there'll be Kincaider's in Broken Bow and Legends in Broken Bow. And then you'll drive over to Callaway, where you'll get your card at Shotgun Annie's, and then come back out to the Arnold Recreational Area to get your last card.
All right, great. So just kind of a poker run like we're used to, and you know, there are sometimes now people enter things other than motorcycles sometimes, or
Yep, especially last year we had a bus, and that was a lot of fun. Yep, cars,
a car and a
Jeeps.
Jeep.
You don't have to have a motorcycle to go. We welcome anybody to go in whatever they'd like to drive.
As
So-
long as it's road ready.
That's right. That's right.
Great. Well, that's that starts at 11:30, and then after everyone has kind of cruised all over and is ready to just relax for the night, got some great stuff to round out the day tomorrow too.
Yeah, most people start rolling in about 4 o'clock at the Arnold Recreational Area. The bar will be open. The barbecue will start. If you aren't involved in the poker run and just want to come out, it's $10 to get in per person. We'll have some announcements, the poker run winners, and lots of giveaways. And then between 6:30 and 7, Cliché will start playing. And then after that, Shoot to Thrill. And somewhere in there, we'll do the Miss Devil's Den and Beer Belly competition.
Okay.
We'll have a live auction, 50-50 raffle. So lots going on.
Now, I was doing some, my weeks are running together, but it was either last week or the beginning of this week. I did a little bit of research on this Shoot to Thrill band. Now, they're out of Omaha, correct?
Yes.
They put on a show.
They do. We've had them before here for the Devil's Den rally, and they were our biggest show. Yeah. People love them, and so we're excited that they wanted to come back and honor Mike. And
Yeah. I had Brent over to my desk. I pulled up a video, and they were doing the intro to Hell's Bells, I think. And he was like, okay, but we got to hear what the lead singer sounds like. And he started, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was like,
Yeah.
it all, with AC/DC, it all hinges on that lead singer.
Yeah.
And he was great.
Yeah. They put on a show.
He's got the jean jacket vest with the ripped off, he's got the look going on, and oh man.
They have a huge following, and I know friends that are coming just to see them. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That would be a lot of fun. So come and see Shoot to Thrill. That is Saturday night, but lots of great stuff leading up to that. And let's talk about the Miss Devil's Den contest for a moment, as well as the Beer Belly contest, because we just don't want to go one way or the other on this. Kind of if someone wants to enter in that, just as someone that's maybe not super familiar with those competitions, what's looked for in both of those? You get the tough question,
Yeah.
Heather.
Yep, you just go on a stage and they just cheer for you. Yep.
Okay. All right.
You just have to show up, and they usually just cheer. Some of the girls just some of the girls strut their stuff, do a little dance, but and then the audience just cheers.
And the Beer Belly
Belly,
contest is that's later in the evening, and so if you get done with the poker run, and you get back at 4 o'clock, you've got some time to work on your beer belly
You do.
before the.
You have quite a few hours to work on that beer belly before that contest, and they strut their stuff sometimes better than the girls.
Oh yeah, there you go. This is kind of like you watch those bodybuilder competitions and they eat a bunch of sugar before they go on stage to get their veins to pop out. You just drink a few beers before you get up there.
You really just get that belly to pop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I ate a little barbecue. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Well, Heather, what do you want to talk about? Lots going on again this year, and I've always appreciated the fact that Devil's Den kind of does 2 different posters, just because there's
so much going on. Yeah, we have to have 2 just to put it all out there.
Yeah.
I'll touch a little bit on everything that's going on. The biggest thing is that all of our proceeds do go to charity.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 big charities this year. We do suicide awareness, which we have funds set aside to help Custer County and surrounding areas. Anyone who that suicide has affected their life in some way. It can be used towards lots of different things, and of course. We've used it in the past for families that have needed help with bills or expenses or things like that. Our other charity is Autism Awareness, and we donate items to the school that can be used for all students, but we work hand in hand with the teachers up there to get some items that they really are needing for the school. A newer one, we have been started setting funds aside for a Devil's Den scholarship that we would like to start.
Cool.
So we've started that. And then the other thing I'd like to touch on is it takes a village to do this poker run and rally. Everyone who's helped, we've had so much help. Our sponsors have been amazing.
Great.
They've helped in any way possible, donating items, donating time, donating money. I mean, just it really does take a village, and we have a small board, but we're very progressive and work hard, but we couldn't do it without all of the extra help and all of the extra people that come along with that.
Well, I think a lot of people in the area would agree that if you're going to be progressive and move forward on things, there's just something about the people of Arnold
Yes,
that will get things done.
Yes, yeah. Well, we pride ourselves in that. Arnold has always been a town that's always tried to stay a step ahead of everything, being progressive, moving forward.
Great. Do you have some specific names you wanted to mention?
Yes, I would mention our gold sponsors specifically for the rally. Dinah Grow Seed and Blowers Farms, Grazer's Bar and Grill, Hagler Farms, Jack Daniels, Jake's Horses and Harleys Grill, Kincaidor Brewing, Sandhills Open Road Challenge, and Weinman Farms, which is Darren, Tammy, Cam, Katie, and Brady.
Great. Well, that's awesome. And thank you to all those businesses and organizations for helping out. And, you mentioned one of the organizations in there. We'll be back for a few weeks from now as the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Yes.
That just shows one organization in Arnold helping out another, and
Yep,
that's
and
just par for the course.
And most of us help with the SORC. So, we just go hand in hand.
Perfect. Well, Heather, is there anything that we hit on maybe a little bit, maybe not enough when we're going through this schedule? We can certainly hit on a couple of things some more times. We got sand volleyball going on.
Yes, we do. We have the co-ed sand volleyball tournament going on. That starts at 9 a.m. They'll be using 2 courts. I think they've got cash prizes to pay out. And Siobhan Shacker is in charge of that. 7 teams, so far they have 7 teams going.
Great.
So, and the entry fee includes the tournament, the barbecue, and the concert admission. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Saturday morning, and I would imagine that maybe if you don't have a whole team that you've put together, if you show up and say, hey, I want to play volleyball, they'll get you on the court.
I'm betting Siobhan would definitely work with you.
Yeah.
And all of our information can also be found on our Facebook page, Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. All of these posters are on there. Any information there's phone numbers on there to call for information. So definitely check us out, like our page, and see what we're all about. We post stuff on there all the time, including, the prizes that we'll be auctioning and giving out. And we have a lot of cool things this year. So that'll be awesome too.
Great. Well, looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. All starts tonight, folks, out at the Arnold Recreation Area. Basically, if you need to know what's happening and you just want to come to Arnold and you haven't had a chance to look at the schedule, if you go to the recreation area, that's just a good place to start.
Oh,
There'll
yeah.
be someone out there that can point you in the right direction.
Yep, and we're out there. I mean, we're pretty much living out there the rest of the weekend. So, yep, so definitely. There'll be people setting up all day today. Most of our board members will be out there. We'll all be out there tonight. So, anytime. And,
all right.
And someone will be able to tell you.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Biker games, DJ, and karaoke. Some giveaways, food, and fun. Gates open at 5 o'clock, so you guys are probably going to be popping out there.
We're
probably
actually headed
pretty
out there
soon.
right after this.
Oh, there you go. Wow, getting started early, and that's what it takes. So then on Saturday, come out, folks. Get some breakfast to start your day from 8 until 10:30. Sign up for the poker run, of course, the show and shine from 10 to 11. They'll have the blessing of the bikes and then the national anthem. The poker run will start at 11:30 and then come back from the poker run, and that starts the evening activities at 4 o'clock, and then it's all a straight shot there through to the end of the event. So awesome. We've got a drawing that we're going to do. Now, what are we drawing for?
This is a free admission to tomorrow's poker run and events.
Okay.
We had a little thing on Facebook, and if they liked our page, shared our post, they got put in a drawing. So
all right.
We wanted to do that on air today.
Great. Let's find our winner.
Do my own little drum roll. I got Norm and Dusty Green.
All right, Norm and
Okay.
Dusty Green. So if you guys have won a entry into the motorcycle rally and then the events afterwards.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. We got a winner of a drawing. It just makes everything feel complete.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's talk with Tammy a little bit about Ford County Boutique.
Okay. Yeah, Tammy, let's talk about where we're sitting. Beautiful location.
Thank you.
Looks very nice in here. Talk about some of the items you've got in here and what folks can expect if they swing by and see you. I understand you've got some events coming up here as a business, too.
Yeah, we have sidewalk sales coming up, I think, next weekend. We opened our business in December. We have women's clothing, children's clothing. We pride ourselves in a lot of local artists sell their items in here, like Carly Gracie's earrings, Faith Bierman candles. We have Lane Chesley's pottery, Michelle Brown's jewelry, Remind Me Design jewelry out of Kearney. So, and all of them have ties to Arnold.
Great.
And so that's exciting for us to be able to sell their products. And
That's awesome. Yeah. You've got that. And then, the Melissa and Doug items, I learned about those recently.
Yes.
Not having children of my own, somebody just gave me the whole rundown on how awesome Melissa and Doug, and they were very passionate about it.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a big thing.
Yeah, they're great toys. They're sturdy. They last forever. And yeah, very educational. So
Good. Awesome. So folks can swing by and see you here. What are your regular hours as far as...
we're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. And then Saturday, our summer hours are 9 to noon. And then later after summer, we'll probably go back to our 10 to 3 on
Okay.
Saturdays. So always check our Facebook post to see what our summer hours are for Saturdays. We also have McKenna Johnson in here that cuts hair.
Okay.
And lots of other things. And then we have Nails for Stars in here with Barb Gunther, who does nails.
Great. Well, you can't beat that. You go in and get yourself all fixed up and then leave with some new products.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, definitely come in sidewalk sale next week, though,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It sounds like that's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
come and check that out. Anything else we didn't hit on that you want to tell everyone listening?
No, just stop by and check us out.
All right. Sounds great. The Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally in Arnold this weekend, folks, the Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run. It's going to be special, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a weekend with a lot of emotions, happy and sad, but
Yes.
I think that's what it's all about. I think Mike will be very happy to see the 10th annual
Yeah,
run.
I think so too.
Great. So everyone come and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Arnold Recreation Area is where everything starts tonight and gets going again on Saturday early in the morning. You'll have a full day on Saturday, so make sure you get your rest. Maybe take a nap today because you hit tonight. It's going to be pedal to the metal after that. So get rested up and come and hang out with them in Arnold. And again, before we headed back to the studio, we want to thank all the sponsors allowing us to be here on the radio. Jake's Horses and Harley's Grill, Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts, the Callaway District Hospital with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, First State Insurance, Grazer's Bar and Grill, the Devil's Den Rally Organization, Four County Boutique, St. Hills Motors, and Mills Hardware and Feed. Thanks, you two.
Thank you.
All right, Gavin, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jeremy. So much going on with the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and the Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run. 10th annual, if you can believe it. Been doing this for a long time, and that's going to be another great weekend for another great event. So thank you so much to all of the sponsors and everyone who spoke this morning on The Breakfast Show from Arnold. A couple things I want to talk to you about. Custer Federal State Bank is looking for a customer service specialist. They have an opening for that position. The candidate should be an outgoing, positive individual who enjoys interacting with customers and is willing to learn. Duties include answering the phone, greeting customers, and processing banking transactions. The applicant must be able to maintain complete confidentiality and work in a team atmosphere. Prior cash handling experience preferred, but is not necessary. This is a full-time position with competitive pay and benefits, including insurance, 401k, and paid vacation and sick time. Check out the Custer Federal State Bank location for an employment application. Custer Federal State Bank is an equal opportunity employer. For more information or to submit an application, please contact Caitlin Peterson. That's Caitlin at CusterFederal.com or call 308-872-6486. That's Custer Federal State Bank here in Broken Bow. Let's see here. What's going on at Taco John's? Well, they're actually looking for let's see here. If you're just interested, actually, they're looking for a manager. How about that? If you're looking for an excellent career opportunity with a clean, friendly, family-oriented company that will provide highly competitive salary and great benefits, Taco John's is the place to go. Taco John's in Broken Bow is looking for a manager. Benefits include paid medical, life, vision insurance, paid time off, flex plan, and a 401k. You can apply today by calling 308-789-6200. Ask for Jim or Trina, or stop by Taco John's in Broken Bow to get an application. Well, we've got a little time here, and it's 8:55 on The Breakfast Show. Let's play a little music as we work our way toward 9 o'clock. Stick around. We're going to be heading to Oconto here shortly, just after 9 a.m. news, as Dave is going to be set up and ready to go as we find out more about the Oconto Fun Days going on this weekend.
The Northeast is getting slammed by Tropical Storm Elsa. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
Heavy rain for New York, New England for the next several hours. And then finally this storm, which began back by Guadeloupe in the Caribbean, is now finally going to be done.
National Spelling Bee winner 14-year-old Zayla Avant-Garde shares the secret to her success with CBS this morning.
It sounds really difficult, but if you study and know the roots, and it's really easy. So just knowing roots is really helpful in spelling, and I love that part of it.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Phoenix Suns jumped out to a 2-0 series lead over the Milwaukee Bucks with their 118-108 win in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Devin Booker led Phoenix with 31 points in the victory.
We prepare for these moments. Nobody's running from any action or any type of moment like you guys are saying. And, it's not just me. It's 1 through 5. It's all the collective group. It's team basketball. And, that's why I feel like we've been successful for most of the year.
On the losing side, Giannis Antetokounmpo led all scorers with 42 points in the loss. Game 3 is coming up Sunday as the series moves to Milwaukee. The Tampa Bay Lightning will celebrate their second straight Stanley Cup win with a boat parade on Monday. And at Wimbledon, men's semifinal action, number 7 Matteo Berrettini is taking on 14th seeded Hubert Urkacz. Berrettini just won the first set 6-3. Baseball, Brad Miller hit 3 homers as the Phillies shut out the Cubs 8-zip.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, becoming mostly sunny, pushing up to a high temperature of 94 degrees. Then for tonight, showers and storms becoming likely, a low of 63. For Saturday, still that chance for showers and storms with upper 70s making a return. And then back to sunny and dry conditions on Sunday, right around 80. Monday, abundant sunshine up to 85 degrees. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. As we transition from prep season to watering season, Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They are once again offering free FieldNet and NFTrax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so call today to reserve your pivot control or set of NFTrax. Want to skip the demo and buy? Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not previously been able to get it. These bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. In need of tires but don't want to upgrade to NFTrax? Custer Electric has 11.2 by 38 tires on hand and ready for your pivots. Finally, is your pivot leaking more water than irrigating? This is your reminder to not settle for second best on sprinklers. Update your sprinkler packages today for install before service season. For all this and more, call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Before we head to Oconto, I want to talk about Sylvester's. Sing your heart out tonight at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. It's time for Thunder Karaoke. Have a favorite karaoke song? Why not sing it with some friends? 9 to 1, go sing at Sly's. It's the quiet little place. That rocks! Sylvester's, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. I had to throw that in there. It's probably one of my favorite guitar riffs right there. Oconto is having a bunch of stuff going on starting today and throughout the weekend. And Dave is standing by, and he is going to tell us all about it. He's going to visit with some great people making this possible. Dave, you're up.
Thank you very much. We are here at Eggleston Oil, Oconto, Nebraska. And I don't know that everybody gets this feeling, but whenever I come to Eggleston Oil and I sit down with old friends, it makes me smile and feel happy. It's just a fun place to be, and it's fun days coming up 2021, and we are excited to talk to some folks about it, and we're going to be doing that in a moment. But first, Christy would like to tell you who's making this broadcast possible.
Sure. We have a long list of sponsors here for this remote, including Custer County Feeders, located in Oconto and offering many possibilities for maximizing your cattle profits. Eggleston Oil, the host of today's remote, with full service and 24-hour pay at the pump gas. Rocks Underground, with Rocky Dockweiler, serving central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Custer Public Power District sponsoring all the area festivals that they service. The Callaway District Hospital, along with Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics. They are excited to announce their new public transportation service. Call them at 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today for the areas of Callaway, Arnold, Stapleton, or Oconto. Do you want me to save the other half for later?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
so
great.
we'll visit with Dan now?
Yeah, I imagine he has to get going, and Clifford Badgley is here as well. He probably has to get going too, but I guess he just doesn't get to right away.
Well, not if you keep us hostage, we don't.
Here we go. Here we go. It's always a little bit of a little debate here in Oconto.
Yeah.
I wondered where Rock went.
He ran out.
He ran away.
He's a little bit microphone shy.
Is he?
Rocky is, yeah.
And you're not.
No.
Dan Eggleston.
Not at all.
How you doing?
Good.
First of all.
Good.
Good. Good.
Very busy, which is a good thing. In fact, took a load northeast of Westerville this morning before you got here.
Oh my gosh.
So
you go a lot of different places, and
Yep.
this season has been, in most cases, pretty dry out there.
it has been. We cover a big enough area, Dave. We go most of southern Custer County, northern Dawson County, and a little bit of Buffalo County. And so with the type of rains we've had, they're spotty rains. So one farmer can get 1.5 inches, 2 inches. His neighbor will get 10 hundredths. So I call and say, well, you got a lot of rain. Well, so-and-so did, but I got nothing. So
Yeah. And that probably affects Clifford next door too as well. With
yeah, we got to keep water for the cattle.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
Well, I'm glad that you're keeping up. I know you're just slightly older than I am, and I'm sure you get this question all the time because I'm getting it now. When are you going to slow down?
I think you asked me this question the last 2 years.
And you're still answering it the same.
Probably not.
Oh.
Probably never. I mean, this year I've had some health issues. I had some surgeries and stuff, and so that has slowed me up a little bit. But I'm not quitting.
Okay.
I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody out there. I'm not quitting.
Yeah. Well, keep putting that out
Yes.
because they'll keep asking.
And
I
next
probably will
year
too.
they'll ask me again when we retire, and I'll say I'm not.
Okay. All right. Very good. Last year was a weird year, 2020, in a lot
Very.
of different ways, and festivals and different things. If they did happen, they were abbreviated and condensed. And this year, full speed ahead, and Oconto Fun Days is back and up and going.
And that brings up the parade theme this year. We're trying to figure out something that was relevant to 2020 and what had happened. And so our theme is unmasking Oconto alumni as heroes. So the unmasking of America is what we're talking about. And I think that's a pretty big deal myself. I don't know how you thought of the mask situation. I realized it was necessary, but I did not like it. I really didn't.
Well, and in this part of the country, when you're out doing things and working and getting a little bit sweaty and hot, the masks were not much fun.
No.
From that point of view, that's for sure.
My advantage is I spend most of my time alone.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to wear a mask. I'm a pretty lonesome guy out there in the country.
Yeah, it's true, but we're past that now. We have still the little stack of masks up back by our back door that we would grab before we would go out during that period of time.
Yep.
Every time I look at it, I'm like you. Gosh, I'm glad I don't have to put that thing on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're good to go. The Oconto Fun Days will be what it's been in the past.
Yes. It'll happen this year on July 9, 10, 11, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll go over the list of events right now, Dave, if you'd like. Is it today? Today's Friday. My goodness. I'm a Dave. It was a long day yesterday. You have to understand. Today, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, the first thing this evening, our first event will be the mystery scavenger hunt, and you'll register for that at the Oconto Public Library. And Mac and Deb McLaughlin put this on. They do a really neat job. You go around finding different clues, or you find different clues, and you find treasures at some of these places. Whoever can get the scavenger hunt done the most quickliest, what's the word I need there? The most quickly.
Most efficiently?
Quickest.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, most efficiently, like Dave said, most efficiently. But anyway, whoever gets done first, wins a prize. Second, third also win prizes. But you need to have all the gifts you find and the best time. So it's important to take your time and find all the gifts. So the mystery scavenger hunt is a lot of fun. It happens this evening. Now at 9:45 this evening, we've got a new event. It's sponsored by KC Trucking, Kevin and Colleen Gates in Broken Bow. And what they're doing is sponsoring a movie night down at the Ball Diamond. They've got a screen put up on the backstop. It'll be like a good old-fashioned drive-in theater.
I saw the screen when it came in, yeah.
So what we're going to do is Kevin and Colleen are going to have Kevin, Colleen, and Grocery Cart are sponsoring this. They're going to have every drive-in. You can bring a lawn chair. You can pull your car in there and sit in there and listen. You'll need a radio if you want to sit in your lawn chair. I'm not sure what frequency they're going to have it on. I think it's 95.3, I think, isn't it?
Probably.
Anyway, it says here that you will need to bring a lawn chair, bug spray, and a little radio.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, and they'll have water and popcorn at the concession stand, and you can sit in your car and watch the movie from the comfort of your front seat. Audio will be on 89.5 FM. 89.5. So I'm sorry I misspoke. It will not be on 95.3. We thought we got a sublet from Dave. I guess we didn't. Okay, that covers Friday evening. I'd like to thank Kevin and Gates, KC Trucking, and Grocery Cart for doing that for us. Okay, the next thing will be Saturday morning. This is a big event here. This is something I really like to talk about. Colton's Crusaders Superhero 5 what? Cliff wants to ride with me on a golf cart. Okay, anyway, this Colton's Crusaders Superhero 5K run, walk, or in my case, ride a golf cart. This is in memory of Colton Eggleston. Colton had childhood leukemia, and he spent about 2 years down in Omaha getting treatments. He fought very hard. He was a great young man. He was always a strong one. When everybody else was having a meltdown around him, Colton was always one encouraging everybody. So to honor Colton and the Colton's Crusaders, we have a 5K run walk. And I want to mention that Colton, when he passed away, was 7.5 years old. Passed away in 2016. And the thing I remember most about him is he loved to sing. He really liked to sing, and he was a good singer. So we really miss Colton, but we want to make sure that by doing this every year, we raise money, first of all, for the UNMC cancer wing. I think they buy laptops, PS3s now?
I have no idea.
The games are they use anyway. What Danny and Jason Eggleston are Colton's parents. What they want to do with this is give the kids something to do during their downtime between treatments and stuff, so they're not just laying there in bed thinking about what's going to happen as far as treatments go. So it's a really nice thing they're doing, and it keeps Colton's memory alive. It also does a great thing for other children suffering from the same problems that Colton had. And we hope and pray now there's a lot more cures found. Every year it gets better. So anyway, registration begins at 8:30 a.m. Right in front of the bank building. Danny and Jason charge $20 for adults, $15 for children, but all this money goes to UNMC. You have to ask Danny and Jason exactly what they purchase with it, but I know they do electronic games and stuff for the kids. And also, you get a T-shirt, Colton's Crusaders T-shirt. I've got one every year. They're really nice T-shirts. Registration fee includes a T-shirt. And if you need more information, contact Danny Eggleston. That's Danny with an I, not Daniel with an I. Danny Eggleston at 308-293-5195. And I'd like to encourage everyone that can hear us to please come and participate in the Colton's Crusaders 5K. It's the big event of the day as far as I'm concerned, and it's an absolutely marvelous cause for a fine young man and a fine family. Okay, that being said, now, next thing we got, something you'll really enjoy, Dave, homemade ice cream.
Yes, and we've had some here before. It's top of the line.
That'll be served in the bank building. The Oconto American Legion Auxiliary does this, and they don't just make vanilla ice cream. They have all kinds of stuff. Cliff, they have peach, cherry, strawberry. Oh, we better quit talking about it. I'm slobbering on the mic. Anyway, they will be serving homemade ice cream, and they do that all day long, at least until they run out of ice cream. And they usually have Plaza Supply, and they have run out.
Yeah.
2 years ago, the last time we had Fun Day, they ran out about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you want to be there and get your ice cream early. All right, the parade lineup this year will be at 10 a.m. at the ball field. Contact Sandy Eggleston at 858-4400 or 858-4878. And she must not want me to give her cell phone number because she didn't put it on there. I'll give it. 308-325-0600. Contact Sandy if you'd like to be in the parade. We really want to have a good crowd to watch the parade and a good crowd in the parade because, like Dave mentioned earlier, we're finally out from underneath the COVID thing.
Yep.
So let's get out and celebrate. Come to Oconto. Bring your horse, bring your bicycle, bring your golf cart, bring your pickup, bring your truck, bring your Monte Carlo, bring your Corvette convertibles, bring your Mustangs. But anyway, please come and be in our parade, or if you don't want to be in it, please come and watch the parade. We really enjoy having you in Oconto. It's really makes us feel good to have our celebration back, make us feel even better to have a great turnout.
And you'll still be doing the MC work?
Yeah, I guess. I still announce the parade, but I've only done it for, let's see, 1976 was my first year. So I should, someday I'll learn how to do it.
Well, here's the big question. How many times have you seen a parade in Oconto?
I've seen all the parades, never been in them.
I've seen one. 1967, they celebrated the Nebraska Centennial. We came up from Lexington. That's the only parade I've seen in this town. I've been in all the parades.
Since you've been here.
That's the drawback of a small town, like Cliff mentioned. Small towns have wonderful, wonderful advantages. But the thing is, if you're involved in a small town like Cliff and I and a lot of other people are, you do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And therefore, like Cliff said, he's in the parade every year, so he doesn't get to see it. And I've got my grandchildren, as many as I can, lined up to drive. So it's hard sometimes to be able to watch it and be in it.
Yeah.
But I've got an advantage. I get to stand there and talk about everybody and see the parade, so it's a great thing.
I always look forward to getting close to see what you're, explaining about the different floats and people. And you know almost all of these people in most cases, so it's very personal. It's a lot of fun.
I enjoy being extemporaneous. I ad lib a lot, and it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. It makes people feel like they're appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
If you just don't say this is float number 51, 4-H club or something. I actually like to talk about the people in the float, what they're doing.
Yep.
And I know there's a guy come by a couple years ago in a Monte Carlo, had Casey and I, KBBN on the the He handed me a note of what to read, and I didn't read any of it.
No, he didn't even come close because I happened to be the guy.
I just took off and talked about it.
I thought, what did I do? What did I hand this in for?
Well, please, if you come back this year, I'll try to read it, Dave. I promise.
Okay.
At least part of it.
I think I'm going. I think Gavin Higgins will be coming through this year on his way to doing a ball game. So we'll change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Do they still line up down at the ballpark?
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't mention that. The parade lineup will start, as I say, at 10 a.m. down at the ball field, just west off Highway 21, just south of the school building.
Now, you probably never get to experience this, but that's half the fun of being in the Oconto parade is pulling into the old ball field and getting out and talking with all the people that are there, and then it all kind of comes together and they line you up, and that's really about, half the fun of being in the parade.
It is, yeah. And you brought up a good point here about Fun Day. We want to emphasize the fact that this is about getting back with old friends, and we haven't seen a lot of folks for a couple of years at least.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them we haven't seen for multiple years. But the thing about Oconto Fun Day is we're not going to overwhelm you with a bunch of activities. If you want to go sit in your lawn chair in the park and visit with an old friend, please do so. This should be a relaxed, enjoyable day. It is to honor the Oconto alumni. However, it's for everybody, and we want to make sure that the 4th of July just isn't one day. Independence Day is a neat celebration, great, but everybody says, well, gee, 4th of July, one day it's over. We're going to have it stretched out a little bit and have another celebration this weekend, and we're going to celebrate the 4th of July again. along with everything else.
All right.
I'll bring that up in just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, parade lineup, 10 o'clock. Parade will start at 11 a.m. One thing Sandy wanted to mention, too, the first parade. I'm talking too much, aren't I?
No, you're doing great. I told the guys back, this is a true story. I told the guys back at the station, I think I should just drop the equipment off and have Dan do the show. Dan and Cliff can do the show.
Yeah, one thing Dave's good for is turning the equipment on and off.
That's what I can do that.
No, just kidding. Anyway, Sandy wanted me to mention that the first O'Connell Alumni Parade was held in 1983, and it was a kids' parade called Childhood Fantasies. And I remember what I did. I had a AMC golf or a lawnmower, and I took cardboard, painted orange, put an 01 on the sides, and made a General Lee out of it. And Derek and Jared, my sons, which are now 50 and 40 some, they drove that little General Lee car in that parade, and we got pictures of it somewhere. It was really one of my finer achievements. It was really a neat cardboard car. But anyway, that was Childhood Fantasies. 1983 was the first parade. The parade theme this year, as I mentioned earlier, is Unmasking O'Connell Alumni as Heroes. We have a lot of great, wonderful alumni. Businessmen, doctors, lawyers, dentists, dental assistants, nurses, like gas deliverers, ditch diggers.
Water guys, yeah.
Yeah. We a lot of guys in agriculture, which is our main thing anyway.
Sure.
I'm very proud of them. I'm proud of all the O'Connell alumni. Hopefully we have contributed to the well-being of America. I guess best way I can put it. And I think really have. All small towns do that. All of rural Nebraska. We have a different lifestyle here that I'm very proud of. We have a work ethic. We have an honor system that I don't think is everywhere in the country and everywhere in the world. And so therefore I'm very proud of not only the O'Connell alumni, but all the alumni of all the area schools and all the citizens of Custer County, Dawson County, Buffalo County, Gosper County, Lincoln County. I don't want to leave anybody out. All of Nebraska. I think there's pretty good work ethic. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on. The Unmasking of O'Connell Alumni as Heroes parade will start at 11 a.m. and it usually takes about an hour. At noon, when the parade's over, we'll have a free lunch. Now, everybody says there is no free lunch, right? Well, there is in O'Connell.
There is here.
Yes, and it's really good. Mac McLaughlin, Brett Eggleston, Brent Dittmer, Derek Eggleston, and Jared Eggleston, they're the cookers. And they've got Greg Johnson's big barbecue grill, and it's real honest-to-God charcoal. It's not propane. And those hamburgers are wonderful.
They taste good.
They're really good. That'll be up at the air-conditioned O'Connell Community Center, which is really a nice building. If you haven't been to O'Connell, please come and enjoy the free lunch. Sit and visit with your friends. There again, that's our theme. Sit down, talk to your friends, take your time, just enjoy the day. We're not going to rush you through it. We're not going to tell you to get out of your seats so somebody else can sit down. Cliff and I usually get there late. They make us stand along the wall, which I guess was appropriate. Okay, anyway, the free lunch is at noon. We do have a bucket for donations if you wish to donate. Absolutely, positively not required. And the free lunch is sponsored by the O'Connell Area Boosters. At 1 p.m. down in front of the bank building at the intersection of Grand and 6th, there's a Grand and 7th. Grand and 7th. Anyway, right by the bank building. Anyway, critter races. This is where Clifford excels. He has outrun every turtle we've had every year. Last year, or 2 years ago, we had almost a dead heat. They had a box turtle that was just pretty doggone fast. And Cliff jumped out of the cardboard box and stumbled, and the turtle almost beat him. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen. But everybody's rooting for Cliff, so that's a good thing. So anyway, critter races. No, I wasn't. Critter races 1 p.m. Down by the bank building on Grand Avenue. And I want to make a special mention here. This is sponsored by Great Western Bank of Callaway. Stacy Goodhart and her crew come down and run this for us. Do a great job. So we really appreciate their help with this. And we had miniature golf on the agenda for this year, but they had to cancel out because they were previously booked.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to talk to Dick Eggleston, if you're listening, Dick, Clayton Oxford, and guys, about bringing up the cornhole boards.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And, yeah, we'll play cornhole up there instead of miniature golf. And I'm sure we can get that done. Okay.
Oh.
Cliff will talk about his cornhole thing in just a minute. He's got a really neat one. He will bring it in because he just mentioned it, so he's on the agenda. Okay, about 2 p.m., we have the kids' races by the bank building, and off the roof of the bank building, we have a ping pong ball drop, and we have gold painted ping pong balls. You get a special prize if you get one of those, and then you get a special prize if you have the most ping pong balls. So it's really fun to watch. We have different age groups. It's chaos actually what it is. The balls are dropped off the roof of the bank. They bounce about 8 feet in the air, and you've got like 5-year-old and less younger kids in the first group diving for ping pong balls on concrete. But it's really a neat thing to watch, and the kids get some really nice prizes. So that's the ping pong ball drop, and races will be, like I say, just north of the bank building. We'll have sack races, 3-legged races, and Dave's excellent at sprints. He challenges everybody to a sprint. What is it, about 150-yarder?
Oh, wouldn't be that long.
Okay. Anyway, we timed Dave with an hourglass. Okay. Anyway, after the races and after the ping pong ball drop, we have what has become a special event in O'Connell, and my favorite event of the day. We have an egg toss, and usually I would encourage everybody to please come and be in that. Usually it's a full block of people, one row on the east side, one row on the west side, and they toss an egg, one egg at a time, one toss. Then you step back a step, toss the egg again until whoever's left without a broken egg is the winner. And we've had eggs hit people in the forehead, in the shoulder, in the chest. Now, the good thing about it, when the egg toss is over, we have the main event of the day, the water balloon toss. So if you get an egg broken on you, you get an egg broken on your face, you just miss the water balloon, let it hit you in the head, and it'll wash your face.
It's all planned out.
Yes, all planned out. Or Cliff can bring the water truck and hose you down. We'll do that too.
That would work.
Anyway, the water balloon toss is the last event of the races and activities such as that. We'll have a little break then after the water balloon toss, and then at 6 p.m. we're going to have registration for the banquet. This is the alumni banquet, but I want to stress that the public is invited. Please come to the banquet. If you don't have a covered dish, don't worry about it. There's always plenty of food. Please come in. There again, sit down and visit with your friends. Take your time. Registration's at 6 o'clock to 6:30, and the banquet will begin at 6:30 p.m., and these all take place, once again, up at the community building. Now, after the banquet is over, and we finally get Cliff to quit eating, which is going to be a real chore, we're going to do as I mentioned, we're going to continue the 4th of July. We're going to have a fireworks display on Main Street. And that'll start, around 9:30, depending on, I like to have it somewhat dark.
Yeah.
Fireworks look better at night.
They do.
Yeah, I found that to be true. I shot a bunch of them off in daylight, and it just wasn't the same. So anyway, 9 p.m. uptown, right on Grand Avenue, 9 p.m. Saturday evening, we're going to have fireworks display. And then on Sunday, July 11th, doesn't have a time here. There's a 4-person golf scramble. Location is TBA. I haven't heard of that course. Is that like the
TBA?
Okay, pro course TBA. Leave it to Amy to get a pro course. Lunch will be available. If you want to have lunch at the golf scramble, please contact Amy ahead of time and make arrangements. As I mentioned, the contact person for the 4-person golf scramble is Amy Oxford at 308-870-0885. You can register with her, and it's a lot of fun. Okay. I just got clarification from a person who knows everything, or at least thinks he does. Feel love. The 4-person golf scramble will be held at the Broken Bow Country Club. A great place to golf. A beautiful place. I usually shoot under par there. Yeah.
Shot the neighbor's dog there?
No, I did not, by the way. I might have hit him with a golf ball, but Okay, come and enjoy the weekend in Oconto, please. We really would appreciate you being here. Either participate or just watch. Whatever you like to do is fine. And as I say every year, thank you so much to KBBN for coming down and being a part of our weekend. That really helps us. You're good people. You're a fine station. And keep up the good work.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Let's hand that back to Christy just for a moment. It's good to see you. Thanks for doing this, at least over half the show.
Doing the show, yeah.
No, that's always great. I love it.
Okay, we have a few more sponsors we'd like to thank, which include Schlacker Heating and Air with Scott Schlacker, Evans Feed with locations in Oconto and Broken Bow, Central Nebraska Insurance Agency with Deanna Devine, Stahlbomber Farms, Curtis and Marla Stahlbomber, Big Jim's Bar, stop in for a cold drink while you're in Oconto this weekend, and Badgley Well Service with Clifford Badgley, which leads me to Clifford. What do you got to say?
Clifford Badgley.
I've understood the harassment I've got from Dan and Dave over the years, but every time I see Christy somewhere, she calls me on the phone, harasses me. She meets me at ball games, harasses me, and you brought her down here. No, it's 3 against 1 right now. This is not fair.
You notice we came in separate cars.
Oh, I didn't see that.
We came in separate cars because last time I think we went to Litchfield together, and we're still not getting along.
Still ain't found your way home.
No. Yeah. No, we're getting along fine.
Well, that's good to hear, Dave.
Yeah, we're
you must have paid her this week then.
Well, not yet. It's coming. not enough. Here we go. Hey, I wanted to go back, Clifford. You remember I love the buttons, the pin-on buttons that you guys do. And this one is, of course, with the Unmasking Oconto alumni as heroes. That's fantastic. One of my favorites over the years was the one with the little mouse lighting Oconto on fire.
Oh,
you remember that one?
Yeah, that's been 5-6 years ago, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah, that was because of the history of a major fire. They thought a mouse started the fire with maybe chewing on a match, as I remember. Now, only in Oconto could you come up with that.
Might have been the local drunk, too.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Or it could have been,
well, it's not local. We don't call them local drunks. We call them alcoholics.
You could have had a gunfight or something.
Oh, it might have been.
And we don't know. But I love that one. So let's talk a little bit. We were talking with Dan about, the weather conditions we've been under, and certainly affects your business year to year.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Thanks, Dan. He's going to go deliver some gas and diesel now.
Oh, yeah, he wanted me to tell you that the movie tonight is called The Sandlot.
Oh, that's a great one for
my daughter was watching that the other night.
Oh, that's a good film.
And Mulan 2020. Oh, a double. So much for sleeping tonight.
Yeah. Are you? Is it legal to smooch at this thing?
With your own wife?
That's good.
I got one of those my wife has one of those chairs. It's kind of a lounge chair. I think that'd be a great place to lean back and just take a nap.
That would be a good place. That's a cool idea, though. It really
well,
is.
we have done it up on the north side of the church, the bank building a few times, and I'm kind of excited. I knew about the movie, but I didn't realize they're doing it down at the ball fields down here. So
no, that's great. Well, real quick, back to weather. You've been busy, I imagine. This year.
Yes, and it's another one of those years that you can't get a break because there's no rain. If you get rain, you get some water in the dams. It's a little breather for them. They have water, but Neil and Ken have been running quite a bit, and I was gone for almost 10 days completely because my daughter was shooting, and get back home and hug right at it. But we're going to take a bike ride this next week because riding a motorcycle in wintertime just does not.
No, this is the time of year you want to do it.
Yeah.
So, well, it sounds like you got some good help.
Oh yeah, they've been taking. Neil and his wife are gone today and tomorrow. Their granddaughter is playing in a state softball tournament in Hastings, and I'm glad that they can get out and go. I mean, they need to go see that stuff. And I always think back of people saying, "Oh, I can't do that because I got to be at work." Well, you know what? Sometimes work will wait.
Yeah, it'll be there when you get back.
And if you got to go see your grandkids, go see your kids. I got 2 sisters that won't be here this weekend. One's going to go watch her granddaughter ride her horse in a little kids rodeo. Another one's going to Kansas to see their granddaughter down there. And I said, that's a good thing to do because it's things that you will regret if you don't do it.
Yeah. And really, as Dan was alluding to, Fun Days here in Oconto is really wonderfully simple, uncomplicated, not rushed. And so when you come here, you can do some of that thing, same thing with your family and friends, and have that valuable time sitting around and visiting just a little bit.
Well, yeah, and even during the races and stuff, a lot of people sit on the north side of the bank in the shade, watch the kids race. They sit there and talk, and they'll forget what's going on because they've, it's a good thing. Excuse me, it's got yuck in my throat. But it's just a relaxed time. People sit and watch the parade, enjoy the heck out of it, and they come and have dinner. They sit and talk some more, and I got some cousins back that haven't been up here for I don't know how many years now, but it's going to be great to see them. I keep talking with her in Messenger, but I haven't seen her yet. So
the alumni part of it, I think what Dan say. 83 was that the first? When was the last class?
The last class that graduated was 78.
78.
I went because my sister was a junior. I was a freshman. We went to Broken Bow. There's kids went to Sumner. Kids went to Callaway, but all the kids that have attended school in Oconto are considered alumni.
Okay.
I mean, but since they've closed the school down, that number stops, and it's kind of. It's going to be a slowly dwindling thing, I'm sure, but we're going to try to keep this thing alive as long as we can because it's good to be back and see people, and it gives them a reason to come back. Anyway.
Yeah. I wonder on that. We were doing remotes up here, and we went to the school when they still had elementary classes.
Yeah.
And I remember Mr. and Mrs. Shea were in the auditorium that morning, and the floor was just shiny. I mean, it was still just well taken care of, and they were walking in there. I think community members could come in and walk.
People go down and walk in the mornings and stuff. Yeah.
I wonder if the kids out there or families out there that had elementary kids that went to school there. I'm sure you wouldn't mind if they dropped by some of those people that were elementary students here even.
Oh yeah, we'd love to see everybody that's gone to school in Oconto because there's some of them I haven't seen. I mean, because they went to, some of them have moved away, of course, but they went to other schools. We didn't get to see them as much. And then my kids, my oldest daughter went to 6th grade there, and that's when they stopped. It was last year of school in Oconto. So then my youngest daughter, she was in 1st grade, and she went on up to Callaway to grade school. But they still see those kids, and they get to talk to them a little bit. But with our busy lives and growing up, this is a good time to come and say hi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing about it. Just sit back, relax, and maybe they can reminisce about what they did in grade school and what they tell each other what they ended up doing in high school and at their lives.
Yeah. And most of us can remember grade school pretty well after you get into, maybe 2nd, 3rd grade, even remember that first day of kindergarten. So,
I took it wasn't a psychology class, but it was just in high school, we had a little session on psychology, and the things you remember in life were the most impressionable things on you. And I remember things in grade school because I did stuff that wasn't supposed to be doing, and I think the impression upon me was I got in trouble.
Yeah.
So I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there'll be some stories about shooting each other with spit wads and all of that.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be fun. Anything about Fun Days that you wanted to highlight that Dan didn't cover?
He pretty much covered all the activities and everything. But like I was saying earlier, I've seen one parade in this town, and I was 4 years old. We came back we lived in Lex at the time. We came up for the Nebraska Centennial Parades, and then they started having parades again. And they weren't consistent, but then in '83 is when they did. I have never seen a parade from the sidelines in this town. If I wasn't around, it's because I had something else going on. But if I was here, I was in the parade. And one year, I was in the parade 3 times. Because, my kids have done it too, because they would be in the school group, the 4-H group, and then, Carson was in band and junior Hayes did that. And you run down to get back to the school and do it all over again. And we've even left bicycles at the end of the parade so you could take off and get back and get in. And we were discussing that the other night, and some new people in town, they just stared at me like, "Are you kidding me?" And I said, "No." And I said, "There is a town, and I'm not sure where it was at. Their parade was park all the floats, people walked around them. It was such a small town."
Oh, they just walked.
They just walked around. I didn't remember where it was at. It seemed like it was in Nebraska, but I thought, maybe we have to start doing that in Oconto. We get 3 blocks of vehicles and people can walk around, but I think it's more fun to be in a parade and drive. And
Yeah,
move.
I do too. I think I've seen you down at the ball field before a parade, maybe helping get things together, whatever the float was or whatever you guys were up to, and when your family was down there. But it's a great time. I think the simplicity and the goal of just relaxing and enjoying whatever day they come, and enjoying the activities. And of course you have the fireworks show on Saturday night, which will be fun. I think the movies out at the ball field sound like a real hoot.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till Dan brought it up, and I guess I don't read everything. I just know what's going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody will tell me where to go and where to be. Here's what you need you for. Here we go.
Sandy, did you want to get anything in on because Dan covered everything. You might have noticed that. Okay.
We're trying to get Sandy to become more famous and talk with us on the radio.
She's so shy.
I don't know why.
She's a great gal. Jared's probably out in the shop working.
I think he's working in the shop. He just looks like they got the tires on the gas trucks. They were going to hit so Dan could take off again.
Oh, gosh. Something going on all the time here. Maybe a little tip here about Eggleston Oil. It's more than just a gas station repair shop and to pick up some food and so forth. It's the community activities that go through here.
Well, we don't have the cafe anymore.
Yeah.
And this is a good place for people to meet. And worst part is you can get in here and sometimes you can't get away.
You can't get out. See, that was the Blue Jean Cafe, right?
That was the Blue Jean Cafe, yeah.
I was thinking about that on the way here when we used to do the morning shows or the breakfast shows there for this. And it would be, the whole place would be full of people. And Bob and I got such a charge out of it because they'd all sit. And then when the show was over, everybody would applaud in the Blue Jean Cafe. That made us feel pretty good.
Kind of makes you feel like Larry's Home Diner or whatever is on TNT, whatever. And I said, we kind of missed that, of course. But,
oh, sure.
Well, and we're going to be doing the regular stuff of the parade. We got a fire truck washed up and the ambulance is washed up. But we got just enough people. We ran out of candy at the Sumner Parade, so my wife's got to get more candy for this parade. And we missed Callaway's this year because we got back from the shooting events. I was just too tired to go anywhere, and I wanted to take a break.
Well, Christy was at the Sumner Parade. She said they had a great turnout for that.
Oh,
lots and lots of kids. So.
I held up the parade.
You did?
Oh, I run the nozzle in the front of the truck. Kids are running out in the street getting wet. Even adults are running out there holding their kids up there. But I didn't want to. There was a nice looking Chevelle ahead of me, and I didn't want to get water on him because that would spot his car up. So I let him get out there a little ways, and then I think I was holding up the parade. Well, it wasn't my fault. I was just spraying water. People run out in front of me, and I couldn't
Once
get
they
away
got
from
out
them.
there. Well, Cliff, thanks so much for talking to us, and thanks for helping sponsor the broadcast. We always
Thanks
enjoy
for coming
up
down.
there.
And if we get to do this again next year, it'll be a little earlier one because we're probably going to be ready to do a barbecue breakfast show too, because we've held off the barbecue for 2 years now, and people think that we're not going to do it again, but when we have to start this project, we start so early. We couldn't take the chances of not having a crowd if they shut things down, but we are working on next year's already.
Okay.
So,
well, I was going to ask you about it, but I didn't know if I wanted to ask you about it on the air.
It's not a sore subject. It's just we have a lot of time and money invested in that barbecue, and we just can't afford to lose that money into the deal. The time is not so bad. It's just we try to raise money to help the Rural Fire Board, and we're doing that right now with. My wife has wrote some grants. We got some money for a new cot system for the ambulance. Now they're talking about getting a new ambulance.
Okay.
And it's very good progress from the Rural Fire Board, and it's good support from the community, and we're going to be ready next year.
All right.
We're going to do it.
Well, be ready, because if you announce you're going to have it again, I can't imagine the number of people that will come because they loved it so much.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Well, and I've heard everywhere this year the crowds are bigger than expected in all places. Well, people are tired of being cooped up. They want to get out, and you can go outside and be out and open with everybody. It's great. And we're trying to do more of that kind of stuff too, and it's one of those deals that everybody's appreciating things more, I guess.
I think so too. I think so too, Cliff. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you for coming down, Dave and Christy.
All right, Christy, you want to run through that list again? one more time? Thank everybody.
Sure. We'd like to thank Custer County Feeders, Eggleston Oil, Rocks Underground, Custer Public Power District, Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Schlacker Heating and Air, Evans Feed, Central Nebraska Insurance Agency, Stahlbomber Farms, Big Jim's Bar, and Badgley Well Service.
All right. Can't wait to come back next year. This is a fun place to be. Of course, you can stop in anytime into Eggleston Oil, and they'll make you feel at home, no doubt about that.
Exactly.
Thanks, Christy.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll send it back to the studios.
Thank you so much, Dave. O'Connell, just so much going on. Was lucky enough to be in the parade in 2019. Had a great time. Unfortunately, last year didn't happen, and sounds like another great one this year. Stick around. We still have one more remote to go. Mid-Plains Community College. The raffle pickup is currently here in Broken Bow at the square right now. It's a 1955 Chevy Stepside Short Box. It's in Broken Bow until 3 o'clock today. Students in the automotive tech and auto body tech programs disassembled it, reduced it down to a shell, sandblasted it, and then rebuilt it and added some special upgrades. It's burnt orange in color, has a 6-liter V8 engine, 4-wheel disc brakes, 4-liter 80E performance transmission, power steering, air conditioning, cruise control, and a custom bed. It's a sweet-looking truck. 10,000 raffle tickets are being sold at $10 each to benefit scholarships. You can get yours in Broken Bow right now from 9 until 3 p.m. That remote coming up here on the Breakfast Show here before we close things out. Also want to talk about the Whiskey Barrel. Stan always has great everyday low prices. 7 days a week, free ice with a purchase, and, you know, when you take his beer out of the cooler and then put it into your own cooler with ice, you actually warm it up. That is how cold this beer is coming out of the fridge. And just a great time to stop by and check things out at the Whiskey Barrel. Enjoy great conversation, a wide selection of adult beverages. And thanks to Stan, we all now know that cats have lots of calories. You can stop by and check out his sign at the Whiskey Barrel here in Broken Bow. Well, we are about ready to, here before too long, head down to the square. Jeremy's going to be talking with Mid-Plains Community College about that crazy pickup that is down there, 1955 Chevy Stepside. It is beautiful. The box has that wood color, has a Chevy emblem on there as well. So definitely make sure you listen in. It is going to be a really good interview, and check out the pickup, which is currently at the square. I'm just about ready to leave here at the station and head down to Gothenburg for baseball as the juniors have their opening round game against Cozad. That will be 11 o'clock first pitch on KBBN 95.3 FM. Broken Bow 18-0 and junior league champions taking on Cozad at 2-15. The winner advances on in the bracket. The loser drops into the consolation bracket. And both of those games will be played tomorrow. And we'll have further details as obviously the result of today's game will be relayed when possible. We've got a few other ads to hit before we get toward that remote with Mid-Plains Community College at the square. But I think it's time for a little bit of music here on The Breakfast Show. It's time...
A simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
If the pandemic's taught us anything, it's that the easiest way for germs to get into your body is the nose. We all know how to wash our hands, but how do you clean your nose? For over 2 million Americans, the answer is Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs that cause congestion, colds, and flu, so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. Better yet, Navage is all natural and drug-free. That's why one of America's top respiratory hospitals recommends nasal irrigation to stay healthy, explaining that bacteria and viruses thrive in warm and moist environments and that you can wash away those germs so they don't make your nose their home. Experience Navage at zero risk. Go to Navage.com, buy Navage, and use it for a month. If you're not delighted, return it for a full refund. There's nothing to lose and a lifetime of better breathing to gain. Also available at Target, Walgreens, CVS, Bed Bath, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
And that will conclude the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Join us Monday for the Breakfast Show.
Grocery Cart is open every day 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. to serve you. Go and snag up these deals and more now. Fresh 85% lean ground beef, $3.98 a pound. Hormel Center Cut boneless pork loins are $2.68. Hamburger, chicken, and tuna helpers are only 88 cents. Delicious Washington dark sweet cherries are $3.48 a pound. Or enjoy California summer ripe peaches at $1.98 a pound. Creshmar off the bone ham in the deli is $6.98 a pound. Shop and save at Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
If you're broke down and your equipment won't move, it's time to call me, Dewey, with Dewey's Implement and Welding in Myrna. We're ready to help with your ag welding and repairs, where it's not done until it's done right. 308-872-1972.
Oh, what we do with the water in our homes. You can make it cleaner, soft, delicious, and fantastic. Call your local Broken Bow Culligan dealers, Del Moniger and Tim Wright, at 308-872-2978. You could give your people Culligan water.
It's Crazy Days time, and the craziness definitely has reached the south side of the square. Lola and Connie are getting nutty at Chapin's and Square One Boutique. Like a couple of squirrels, they've gotten into their stash, and you won't know what they've found to put on sale until you visit. Half-price racks at Square One Boutique, plus special discounts throughout the store. Thursday holds sidewalk sales, and the nuttiness continues Friday and Saturday too. For Crazy Days, visit Chapin's and Square One Boutique, south side of the square in Broken Bow.
Trotter's Tire Pros makes tire buying easier, getting you back on the road and back to what's most important. Between July 1st and July 20th, get $70 via Visa Reward Card or Visa